Look at her. Lean like a cholo. That's really funny.
Ready, Scots, go!
Ooh, what's up everybody? ReadyScottsGo here again, and we are on our way for a nice little family walk. Say hi, Brianna.
Hi!
Eden, can you say hi?
Hi.
Say ReadyScottsGo.
Go.
Eden loves these walks. Brianna and Eden go on this walk quite often, and I have yet to be able to join them. I had a surgery this morning that was scheduled to go from 7 to 9 a.m. and when I got there, it ended up being canceled because we had some complications with the patient. So because of that, I was able to get home early, which I would have already been. And I get to spend more time with the family. So it's super nice outside today. It's a little bit windy, 48 degrees. We're going on this walk, so join with us. If you enjoy the ReadyScottsGo action, please make sure that you remember to hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe so that you don't miss out. So according to Brianna, this walk is maybe about 2 miles. And with Eden's speed, it usually takes them maybe about an hour, is what she said. And we also have our little stroller with us for when she gets tired because, you know, she's still little, so she does get a little bit tired and irritable and doesn't really want to walk anymore. Hey Timmy, catch up.
So when we do this walk, Eden loves to stop. Yesterday we did the same walk and there were puddles everywhere because it had just rained, and she wore her little tennis shoes. And being a mom that I am, I want to say no for her to splash in them, but I also want her to be able to explore her curiosity and have fun, so I let her splash in them. And then at the end of it I took off her shoes and her wet socks and tucked her into the blanket real tight on the ride home so her feet stayed warm. But today there looks like there's no puddles, and she looks thoroughly disappointed.
There's a puddle over there. There's a puddle right there.
Oh, there's a puddle over there, Eden. Do you see the puddle? There's a puddle right there. See? Yeah. Whoa, careful. Good job.
Is that so cool? Look at your shoes, they're all wet. So there was a time when Brianna and I used to walk a lot, all the time. She was a huge Fitbit person. She had to hit her 10,000 steps a day. Not really like that anymore. Now are you?
Nope. It's because I don't feel as comfortable walking at night here as I used to in Provo. In Provo, Utah, I mean, Provo has a bad rap when you really think about it. Lots of stuff happens in Provo too, but I felt safe there. Here, I don't really feel that safe to walk around at night by myself to get my 10,000 steps. So.
Well, we don't have to always walk at night, right? Like,
Yeah,
you guys can walk during the day. But when, come on, Eden, let's go.
You need to walk over here by me.
When we would walk together, it would usually be in the evening time. But we lived right next to one of like the main streets in Provo. It was called Center Street, and it was super busy. There were tons of lights, and it was, you know, pretty safe in that sense that everyone can always see you. The reason that we always were out there walking is because we would play Pokemon Go together. And so we'd go out for about an hour, like every night. We'd walk all the way up the street and back down, and we'd fight gyms and catch a bunch of Pokemon. And it was really fun. I remember one of my greatest memories is Brianna and I were sitting down at the corner of this gym, and is when we first started playing again after some updates. And there was a gym on the corner, and we were trying to fight it, and just when we were about to win, all the Pokemon healed themselves, and I was like, what the heck's going on? I didn't know about the whole burying system. And for those of you who don't know about that, then don't worry about it. But we ended up sitting there fighting this Pokemon gym for like 45 minutes before that person gave up on us. And our accounts were decent, they weren't super strong, so it took a while. But it was a really fun memory because we sat there and talked a long time, and it was cold. And I told Brianna, I said, it's okay, we can just leave. And she says, no, we're not leaving until we beat this gym. And I admit that was definitely a day that I was so in love with her.
No, it was like, that's kind of hot. That's what it was saying.
So, you know, looking at face value where we are right now, I mean, our city, you know, our town definitely is kind of small. Like, it doesn't always feel that way when we're here for a long enough amount of time because it's still pretty busy. Like, there's a lot of cars. But, you know, compared to where we've been in, you know, New York City and even San Diego, this place is really dang small. You know, but this is our main street. This is Center Street right here. Got some old buildings, but always new adventures. Look at her. Lean like a cholo. That's really funny. Eden, what did you get?
Luckily, it doesn't smell like a piggy.
Yeah.
Eden, what did you get? Did you get a piggy bank? Look at that!
Can you see his little eyes?
It's a piggy!
Do you want me to put it in the stroller for you?
So we just passed by an Allstate agency and this lady opened the door and said, hey, do you want a piggy bank? It's the last one we have. And she just gave it to Eden. It's really funny because we use Allstate, so it turns out we really were in good hands. So it's kind of fun to walk down the streets and even just remember some of our own memories and some of the past vlogs we did. If anybody was watching when we first got to Indianapolis, our first vlog was here actually at the Oasis Diner. Which was really great. And then just a couple weeks ago, Eden and I went to Flapjacks, which is right across the street. Over here is like a little sports center, and it's a lot of different like fields, soccer field, they have a football field, and a park, and a bunch of walkways, and so you have to cross over this really cool plain field bridge. And then on both sides we have
look right here, honey.
the river. And Eden just loves the water and looking at it. I'm just waiting for her to drop her piggy in the water so it'll float down. Say hi to all the fish. And Brianna's in sloth mode. Touching the baby. Okay, so we're starting off on this little trail here.
Welcome to Narnia.
What's this trail called? Does it have a name?
It does, but I don't know what it is.
Well, we're on the trail that we don't know what it is. And I haven't been this way before. Brianna's been here before and she said it's really beautiful. Kind of funny because when you look at it like this, I wouldn't say that. It looks kind of dead. I guess it has beauty in its own way. But
You should've seen it yesterday when we came around like 8 or 9 a.m. The way the sun was coming through the trees and the light like was just so gorgeous, and it was freshly rained, so everything was wet. It was really pretty.
I kind of look forward to going on this walk when it's also like spring and when it's nice and green. Mm-hmm. I think that it's interesting to go on these different types of trails and see the seasons change. So, Eden, how we doing? You catching up?
I love the moss.
Eden, did you decide you were ready to catch a ride? Yes. She says, if I got graham crackers, I'll do whatever you want. Sitting there with your snot nose. What do you see? Water.
Water?
Yeah. Don't walk in front of moving vehicles.
What do you think? Do you like it? What do you think, Jerry?
I'm thinking that if this is called a bridge, and if you break it down, it's B ridge. What do we have to do to make it a ridge? Alright, so we just finished our first portion of our fantastic ReadyScottsGo walk. And now the ReadyScottsGo are gonna go.
Anything new and exciting happening in our lives right now, Jerry?
New and exciting. So our lease for where we currently live is going to be up in September.
September 1st.
So while this place has been great to us, we think that we might have extended our stay and it's time to go. And so we're thinking about looking for houses. We've looked for some online already. And the reason we want to do that obviously is because we have 2 bedrooms right now. And with another little human coming pretty soon, we need to expand and be able to have a little bit more space.
Yep, and we want to also bring Roxy, our golden doodle, out and, you know, expand our family that way and be able to have a pet in our house. So
yes, exactly.
So one thing that we are super excited about this trail is most of you probably don't know that Jerry and I like to longboard, and it's actually one of the first dates we went on when we were dating, was longboarding together. So we are going to bust out those longboards. How's it going? For probably the next time we come here we should. And test this place out because this trail is really nice, really smooth, and it would be perfect for longboarding. Huh. Yeah?
Yeah, it has a little bit more ups and downs than we'd like, but it'll give us a little bit of exercise. We were really spoiled when we lived in Provo with the Provo Trail. Oh man, we loved that thing. We would go all the time, and anyone who's known me or our past, I was always on that trail with my friends. And yeah, so it's nice to be able to see that we have a nice, decent stretch of trail nearby that we can just get on and ride.
That is a nice boulder. Name that movie.
So here's a map of the actual trails for Plainfield. So it turns out we're actually on the White Lick Creek Trail, like you guys saw in the beginning. But there's a bunch of other trails right here that you can walk around. And here's a map of them. So that's kind of nice to have this. They have this mapped out for you. Of course, on the ground you can also see places that tell you where you're going or what trail you're on, just like any other trail. So if you look down here on the ground, you know which trail you're on and about how much time you have left, or I guess how many miles into the trail you are. So those are always really helpful.
Okay, we're gonna document the real and the ugly. It's nap time. Woo, it's windy. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. It's nap time, we're heading home. We still gotta get her a quick lunch in before we put her to bed. Though this walk took a little bit longer than we thought, so we're on a little bit of a crunch time, but we're gonna wrap up this vlog here. We had a fantastic little walk. It was great to chat with you guys and catch you guys up. We're going home right now, sweetie. And make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this and you love listening to toddlers cry. We love having you guys here, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.